Gaheris, what news? Good. I assume he gave up something actionable? The fifth column, the Tommies, and by extension, the Gentry. Those three forces stand between London and democracy. The column is ideological. There is no reasoning with fascists. The Gentry get off on political debates. We've taught their ear off for years in one form or another. But the Tommies, they're different. They want a peaceful London, but have no ideological or political agenda. They're conscripts in a war they never wanted. If either the column or the Gentry rule, the working class suffer. They suffer. Gaheris, I need you to broker peace with the Tommies. It won't be easy. They're just as wary of us as we are of them right now. We need a neutral zone, one where the Gentry can't influence them, and where they don't feel coerced by us. There's a place outside Albion. Nothing more than a field, really. But it's secluded, indefensible by either party, and I charge you to convince General Asquith to meet me there. But tread lightly. They're still licking their wounds in the Imperial War Museum, and I'm sure we're not welcome.
London is the place for me.
Welcome to the Imperial War Museums. That's above my pay grade then. You can speak with the General. Head on in. But we're watching you.
Surprised to see me at this desk? Well, frankly, I am too. After you stubborn idealists stonewalled any hope of a simple solution to this violence, we're left to pick up the pieces. You think you can swing your toy swords around and play the gallant hero? Some legendary knight propped up by a fairy tale. You're too stupid to realize your false king is offering false promises. Are you willfully ignorant or just brain dead? Do you know the problems you've caused? In Westminster? In Eastminster? Even here? Do you want to know why I'm standing in this office instead of General Asquith? Because he's MIA. So, whatever message you have from your terrorist king, I don't have time for it. Is that a threat, you so-called knight? You like your threats, knight. But what you say is true. I knew those reports were too good to be true. You wouldn't give up priceless intel otherwise. Peace with you would mean war with the Gentry, which honestly doesn't sound half bad. Those bastards have no idea what we go through for them. A soldier should fight for peace and security, not someone's fortune. That's mercenary work. I'll hear Arthur out, so long as the safety of my men is guaranteed in the meantime. We'll meet in neutral territory, but I don't have the authority to sign. No one does. Not until General Asquith is found, or a replacement has been named. No, I'm a contender for his replacement, but so is Major Jonathan Allen. He's a lower rank, but more popular. Popularity is important. If you're serious about wanting peace, speak with Major Allen. He was the last to see the General after the... well, I've heard some call it the Battle of Albion. If we have a General, we might just have a peace.
Ah, the Inquisitive Knight. I was warned you'd be looking for me. And what makes you think I'd talk to you about him? Asking. Whether you're asking or not is irrelevant. You don't have proper clearance from us, and I doubt Camelot's given you authority to do anything either. Ah, the Colonel would, wouldn't he? Give me one good reason to help you, and I'll consider it. That doesn't even make any sense in this context. Are you a fool? Let's pretend I'll help you. What would you do with the General? A rescue mission. Having him back, even broken, would boost morale. And if he can name a successor, you're proposing a calculated risk to keep the Tommies from collapsing. I can respect that. It's a decision a leader would make when there are no good options. General Asquith planned to lead a tactical unit through the South Field. They were strategically waiting to attack in the Razorgrain. However, instead of joining the fray, they retreated before we gave the command to fall back. Because of his chosen battle tactic, I lost track of him. That is the truth. Do with it what you will, Knight.
What news, Gaheris? Likely why I didn't see him on the battlefield. Do you have any clues where he may be? An odd place to launch a surprise strike. Search the Razorgrain field, Gaheris. Whether it's a man or a body, the General is still the key to peace. I'll send Kay to assist. Her medical skills will be invaluable if he's still alive, and she can deliver the body if there's nothing left to salvage.
Patience is key, but the quest continues.
Be careful, Gaheris. I can hear dogs. They're hungry and likely enjoying a fresh kill. They won't take lightly to you interrupting their dinner. Need help? Goodbye.
I can find a rubbish bin for you to throw that in if you'd like. I've had in my life. That was the most terrifying.
Ah, so this was the dog's dinner. But it doesn't look like it was. But the bite wounds weren't the cause of death. A single bullet to the back. And you'd need to be. Hurry back to the Tommies. I'll follow.
Only us Londoners can prattle on about this town. The rest should shut up.
God save our gracious queen.
I told you, I don't know who the spy is.
Gaheris, you've returned.
What have you learnt? Where is General Asquith? He deserved much better than this.
The body will be delivered to you as soon as possible. Gaheris, give us an abbreviated report. As you can see, we're in the middle of something. A little more detail would have been nice, but I think we get the picture. Sounds like he was betrayed.
This is a real blow to the Tommies. As the General second in command, I am the rightful successor. Though that is likely to be contested.
I thought your hierarchy was clear.
It is. But despite a lower rank, Major Jonathan Allen will likely make a bid for the position. He has a fair few supporters amongst the grunts.
But
He was the only one who saw the general during the battle. And I mean the only one. I've questioned every Tommy trying to find him.
couldn't someone have lied?
Doubtful. And even if true, you'd need authority to pull a betrayal like this off.
Why kill the general without a guarantee of power then?
I suspect it might be guaranteed. Just not by the Tommies. Our dear friend here likely has the evidence. It wouldn't surprise me if the Fifth Column knew I'd prefer a pact like this to bowing to their aggression.
That means you'll sign.
If we can find evidence of his betrayal, yes. If not, it'll have to wait until succession is settled. Which might take more time than...
Then we need to twist the knife a little more in our
No. Fuck. I swear, I've told you everything I know. The only person who might know more is Horatio.
Keep talking.
Fuck. His name's Horatio Whitehouse. He's supposed to meet Dr. James North in Westminster. I don't know when, but I know it's soon.
Colonel, may I have a moment with my knight alone?
We won't go quietly. You can count on that.
Hail, Gaheris. Farewell. Hail, Gaheris. They've earned their position through valor, bravery, and merit. Each and every one. Our man of the ditch. I'd advise you to try him at his sport. I doubt you'll best him, but it'll sharpen you up. Merlin's been at my side for many years. Were it not for him, Camelot wouldn't exist. Percival is Camelot's eyes, ears, and mouthpiece. Without him, we are irrelevant. Bedivere is our strategist, a master logistician, invaluable. Our chief medical officer. She's indispensable, so don't bother her unless you're in need of medical attention. Dab hand with a blade, a soldier loyal. Technically, yes, though in reality it was a merging of many like-minded groups. I'll tell you what I know. Fascists, plain and simple. Once upon a time, the cornered animal will fight more desperately than... When the gentry don't want to get their hands dirty, that's... You've seen them by now, surely. The snooty bastards that own anything... I was born in a village very far from here. Childbirth took my mother's life, and the locals took care of me as best they could, but resources were tight. I still remember the look on the caravaner's face when he found me. Scared the shit out of him. His name was William Knight. He took pity. He showed me how to fight. He had a saying from one of his books that always stuck with me. A great man. Without... I suppose it is. But even in this smouldering wreckage of this, the golden age of humanity was built on the ideals supposedly held by the knights of old. Farewell. We have someone on the inside, codenamed Guinevere. She's been following Dr. North for some time. We believe he holds the defense plans for Westminster. Rendezvous with her at the fountain beside the scrapyard in Westminster. She won't acknowledge you unless you give her the call sign, and you must wait for her countersign. You will say, "Do you have a spare Geiger count? Now go. Time is of the essence. I'll work with the Colonel to get more out of Jeff."